Noswaith Croeso, good evening and welcome to the Bluebirds Nest Live for tonight's Nathaniel MG Cup Round 3 action as we bring you live commentary of Penybont versus Haverfordwest County. The Bluebirds will be hoping to bounce back from Saturday's 1-0 defeat to Flint Town United in the JD Cymru Premier, which saw us have opportunities to find the net and perhaps return to West Wales with more to show for our efforts. However, Ben Hughes' goal 3 minutes into the second half that proved decisive in a tight and frustrating affair. Penybont, meanwhile, have made a strong start to the season. They were in action as recently as Sunday. They defeated Conisky Nomads 1-0 up in Flintshire, thanks to Gabe Kirchhoff's second half goal. Former Bluebird Rhys Griffiths' side currently sit top of the table too, with 5 wins and 2 draws from their opening 7 matches. We've already faced Penybont once this season in the league, just less than a month ago, where we played out that goalless draw in Carmarthen. But tonight's tie has proven both teams the opportunity to give some much-needed minutes to players who've perhaps not featured as much as possible so far. However, obviously the carrot of a place in the quarterfinals is at stake for the victors, so no doubt means it's going to be a competitive one. Before I introduce tonight's special Nest Live guest who's joining me on the co-commentary, let's quickly go through the teams who are already out in front of us. Many changes for Tony Pennock. He starts with Ivan Knott in goal. Number 9, Ben Fawcett. 14 and captain Harry John. Alaric Jones, Kyle Kenneford, Nathaniel John, Jacob Owen, Yori Humphreys, Luke Tabone, Seth Woodhouse and Luke Owen. And the bench, Zach Jones, Dylan Rees, club captain of course, Kyle McCarthy, Fletcher Picton and Ben Amoon. It's 9 changes for the home team, who also bring some fresh legs in. Goalkeeper Mike Lewis, I'm sure we'll all remember Mike for his time at Barry Town. Kai Ludvigsson, Jack Lawrence, Captain Gabe Kirchhoff, James Crowell, Lewis Ware, Joe Whittlewis, Jasper Jones, Owen Pritchard, Peter Coe, Eduardo Bregua, and the referee in the middle for, I think, the 3rd time this season now is Ben Williams, and he's assisted by Dan Beckett, Ethan Goatley, and the man in charge, trying to be in charge of the dugouts over on the far side is Dale Randall. Great to have you with us then. As I said, I was joined this evening at the SDM Glass Stadium by a special guest, none other than Mr. Chairman, Mr. Rob Edwards. Good evening, Rob.
Delighted and amazed to be welcome back.
Always welcome on the Bluebirds Nest Live. We're almost underway here. Bluebirds in the black strip this evening. Obviously bespoke design with Tor Sports. And it's Ben Fawcett who's going to get us underway. What are your thoughts on the lineups, Rob?
Yes, I think it's good to see a lot of the younger players continue in the team, but also a few of the good performers in the under-19s that have been doing so well the last year and a bit get some senior football. It's great for Harry to be captain. Obviously a mature boy. I think he captains of Welsh schools and colleges, so he knows how to lead a team. And actually a bit of chat on the bus. It's probably the first time.
Yeah, definitely.
He probably to a few family affairs out there.
Agreed. Yeah, obviously Harry and Dan John and Luke Owen starting for the first time in Bluebirds colours tonight in League Cup action. I was saying that, I think he might have started against Cardiff City last season, so perhaps not his full debut, but yeah, and obviously his brother Jacob keeps his place in the team. We're underway here then. It's good possession to start the game. Harry John ended up dictating already in the middle of the park. There's a throw in on the right-hand side with Yori, I think it is, who adopts that right wing-back spot as well. Harry back on the ball. Hopefully the armband brings him a bit of luck tonight, that extra responsibility. Bit ping-ponging around the centre at the moment, just trying to get a hold on it. Obviously missing a couple of key faces tonight. Lee Jenkins, Greg Walters, Corey Shepherd, to name a few, Ben Amoon as well. What, Rob, we've started the season pretty well, I think. Obviously, the last 2 games have been 1-0 losses, but you must be pleased with how the season's unfolding so far.
Yeah, it's a very difficult start to playing in the first 6 games, 6 of the top 7. I think Flint in a false position. I think that from the games that we saw, they're definitely a lot better than we saw that. They pushed really hard, made it really difficult. We had lots of endeavour. We overthought things a little bit, but yeah, Flint worked extremely hard, made it really difficult for us, and I think they'll surprise a few people. But if you look at the points return out of these 7 games, I think we're certainly taking that. Sets us up nicely to get as high as we can in the first phase. Obviously, nice to put a fight on Friday against the old rivals and get back to winning ways. But yeah, overall, really happy with the start. There's a good squad dynamic, good squad depth. As you see today, there's still players probably making their sort of first or second appearances of the season, and there's still quite a strong team out there. So really happy so far.
Yeah, excellent. It has, like you said, been good points tally achieved. It's fascinating. I think if you look at the fixtures when they came out, we've picked up points perhaps where others might have not seen us getting all 3, and then obviously losing on Saturday, whereas people probably would have had us down for the full 3 points. But yeah, we move on, and you mentioned Haverfordwest, a little bit of a banana skin ground for us over the last few years at Park Avenue. A tricky place to go. I think everybody knows the style that Taff, Anthony Williams has got Haverfordwest playing. What's your track record up at Aber, Rob? How many have you seen us win up there at all?
Yeah, we've not had many successes. It's either a very close game, generally narrow defeat, or we win 6-0. There doesn't seem to be too much in between. I'll take a 1-0. Don't need 6, but it's not been the happiest of hunting grounds. It's always a difficult place to go, and like with Flint on Saturday, everyone says it, but there's no easy games in this league. Everyone on their day, TNS in a probably slightly different bracket, but anyone on their day can perform really well and cause other teams problems, as we saw on Saturday. So can't take any game for granted, but we'd like to think we got the desire to put it right. We've certainly got the quality to do so.
Yeah, totally agree. It's a pretty lively start here in Bridgend. A lot of possession from the Bluebirds, dressed in black. Obviously, Penybont, the home strip, all in blue. There was half a chance from a free kick, dealt with well by the defence. And Mike Lewis now chance to take his first goal kick of the evening. It's interesting that there's no Scorio cameras in the Nathaniel MG Cup, so highlights will have to come down to the audio style this evening. But as I said, we're keeping you up to date across YouTube, Facebook, and I still call it Twitter, but X. So please let us know in the chat wherever you're joining us from. It's great to see good numbers for a Tuesday evening who've travelled. Seen many Bluebirds flags over in the far stand opposite us. See, not too bad a distance to travel on a Tuesday night across the M4.
Good crowd overall, I think, today. I think probably a bit more than probably expected. I think it's great to see so many turn out. I think we all knew there'd be a lot of changes and young players coming in, so makes their experience a little bit more special for those sort of in the infancy of their sort of first team career. So good turnout. Yeah,
totally agree. Especially there's a number of fixtures in the southeast of Wales this evening, and we'll be keeping you up to date with all of those. Obviously, I think the one most advertised is the Cardiff City 21s facing Merthyr Town this evening. We're supposed to be in the Cardiff City Stadium, but they've last minute changed it across the road to the old Leckwith ground. Penybont just with a free kick at the moment, put it into a dangerous area, but it dealt with well initially by, I think it was Luke Owen who got the first head to it, but it's a throw-in on this near side, and it's quite nice not to see Miles Davis coming across the throw-in into the box at the moment. I think it's Joe Woodywis is on the ball. He looks like he's lining up a long one himself. It is indeed. It's quite high. It's right under Ivan Knott, who tries to punch it clear. Bluebirds do come away with it. Slightly fortuitous there. Half a chance, I'd say. Kyle Kenneford played a great through ball, but Mike Lewis on his toes slices one. 20 yards. Only falls to Dan John, then forces it. One-on-one with the right back. Kyle Kenneford again. 20 yards out. Switches. Seth Woodhouse this time. Into the box. It's a chance. Oh, good contest. Dan John and Mike Lewis there. Back to Woodhouse. It's good conversation when you're ready from Ivan Nott in goal. A very vocal keeper, I've noticed. Taking his opportunity tonight, hopefully. Round, great ball. Alaric Jones almost finds Luke Owen in an attacking spot then.
They're very nicely out there. I think it's obviously we're not too far away from the pitch, and it's a nice light evening. But you can tell the younger players by the little socks. Not quite sure what that phase is about, but yeah, development boys are wearing the small socks and tiny shin pads. So nice way of noticing them.
Yeah, the bookmakers actually, it was interesting. I had a brief look lunchtime today. They heavily fancy the home side tonight. They were home side 8-13 on, and as visitors almost 4-1 in some places. So it's interesting to see how they see it. And on that note, we're going to try something new tonight on the Bluebirds Nest Live. We're ever the innovators at Haverfordwest County. So let me just change the screen. Hang on, it hasn't quite worked. Typical. Let's see if I can line that up. No, we leave it on there, but it gives you the analytics and the stats behind some of the action. I'm pretty sure it's accurate as well, to be fair. We'll keep that one on. Yeah, it's Alaric Jones in possession. Fantastic bit of technology to come into the screen there. Again, down this left-hand side, proving quite positive at the moment. Again, back to Alaric Jones. Heavy touch. Kroll, I think it was, will come away with it. Alaric pinches his pocket. Luke Owen, fantastic ball. Out to force it on the right-hand side. Chance to cross. Low. Cleared. Safe in the keeper's hands there. Good half chance there.
Looking lovely going forward. Good movement between Fawcett and Dan John. Stretching the defence a little bit. Jennifer's looked very tidy first 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Nice to see him get good minutes.
I agree with that. Tabone. I think Luke obviously did a lot of travelling last week. Obviously didn't get minutes with the Maltese national squad, but the travelling I think took its toll. He was, I think he was blowing by the end of Saturday's game, and I was quite surprised to see him back in the starting lineup tonight. But play himself back into a good bit of form. He was excellent the first 6 games of the season. Penybont trying to break down this resolute Bluebirds defence at the moment, but it's well marshalled. Commentator's curse, you watch, come into play now.
That was Kenneth again. He's broke play up 2 or 3 times already early in the game. He's looked really impressive to start with.
Oh, it's a headed defensive clear, goes straight up in the air, but Ivan Nott does well to come and claim that one. Punts down the right-hand side. It's going to be one first touch by the Penybont player, but Fawcett does well, showing his physicality there. Apparently, I called Fawcett the architect on Saturday afternoon, so according to him, I can't remember saying it, but he messaged me to say that he was being called the architect by family members. And to be fair, he was. I thought he had a good game on the weekend up in Flint. He ran himself into the ground by the end of it.
He does work hard. He is also surprisingly strong for someone who's not the biggest. He does put himself about really well. He's a good outlet. I think he probably say himself he probably needs more goals, but he's still young, still he's been in the Premier League, in the Cymru Prem for four and a bit years now, but still a young lad. I think it will. I think it'll become prolific over the years.
Yeah,
hopefully a long career with the club. Definitely.
Harry John almost crosses from the right hand side. Then he's been on the ball quite a bit tonight already. I think the armband giving him that boost. Luke Owen with a great turn. I think that was Luke. Yeah, free kick. 35-40 yards out at the moment. Dan John, good pirouette on the ball that time. Haven't seen the John family in attendance tonight, but Other than Lan, I can't remember Dan and Harry being on the same pitch together when we went to Northern Ireland, perhaps.
I think Cardiff was Cardiff
Fixture.
when we played in the Nathaniel Cup. They were both in. I think Luke was playing as well. I think it was only Jacob of the two brothers that wasn't in that squad. I think we found that out on the bus. So it'd be interesting to know if anyone knows the last two sets of brothers that played for Haverfordwest or anyone really. Trying to wrap my brains as to what two brothers would have played together.
Yeah, certainly not in my time with the club, but I'm sure Mr. Barry Vaughan or Mr. Barry Webb even will come. I think they're here. Both of them are attending tonight. So they might not be listening, but I'll ask them if I see them. Throw in from the far side from Jacob Owen. Does well. Beats the first man. It's cleared. Luke de Bourne then clears. But it's only as far as Seth Woodhouse on the halfway line. Goes back to the all in blue, light blue, Ivan Knott. Surprised the ref has allowed the two shades of blue there. Good forward ball by Taborn, I think it was. Forces Penybont to kick it out for a throw-in. Just 10 yards away from the corner flag on the near side to us.
Very good game of football so far. Lots of quality on show.
Our new stats on show on the screen. The template hasn't quite lined up as we wanted, but we'll perhaps have a fiddle with that half time. And good feedback in the chat from those being able to watch the stats come in too. But we'll try and sort that out for you. So it doesn't quite show our stats partner. Penybont in the attack. Looking at the stats screen, it's literally like for like. So hopefully that's going to give an aid to our audio commentary. Crossed in, headed clear by Taborn. Oh, Seth Woodhouse taken late in the air. He gets straight back up on his feet. I think I'd encourage him to stay down a little bit longer there to give the ref a decision to make. But it is a free kick.
Good to see Seth getting some minutes. He's been on the periphery of the first team squad for a year or two, and nice to see him back performing so well in development alongside all of his teammates. Really been really impressive. 16 months for them, so nice to see him back in the first team fold.
Definitely, it has been a successful 12 months or so for Seth. If he can score one of those goals like he did in the home fixture, I think that was against Penybont. There might have been. Llanelli, I'm being told. Tom Pritchard, the other side of me, that Seth put one in from about 30-40 yards, having run from the edge of his own box. Well, if we can do that again tonight, it'd be outstanding. Yeah, he's hopefully going to take his chance. Punted clear by Penybont all the way back to Ivan Knott in goal. Quick distribution out to Alaric Jones, who is on the other side of Luke de Bourne at the back then. Luke in the middle, Seth to the right, Alaric to the left. I think Kyle Kenford just seems to be opting a bit of a holding midfielder role, which is allowing Harry in front of him to push on. I think Luke is probably sat alongside him. Good showing so far from the youngsters. Again, ball back with Alaric. Time to lift his head. Diagonal. Great vision, had to be fair, Alaric. Oh, a little bit too heavy in the end on the artificial surface. It just skips off and goes for a throw-in, as you can see on the screen. Got a lovely evening up in Bridgend tonight. The sun was really strong during the warm-up. It was going to be potentially causing, it would have been Ivan in goal to our right-hand side. Would have been right in the sun's, in his eye line. But it did go down behind the trees, and it's getting a little bit chillier here. Rob got a big smile on his face at the moment, having just had a notification that Leighton Orient have taken the lead. Who are they playing tonight, Rob?
We're Brentford away in the League Cup for third round, and a local boy actually just scored, Brandon Cooper, ex-Swansea.
Yeah. Oh, he's on loan with you, is he?
No, he was on loan from Swansea last season, and he signed permanently. He had a spell at Newport before that, but
okay.
Yeah, he's one of our own now.
Brilliant. Is that one of your derbies, Brentford?
Yeah, Derby, West London. Been to Brentford a few times actually in the new stadium while in the Premier League. It's a purpose-built, really nice setup actually. Easy to get around. Good club. I mean, playing League One football not too long ago. I remember 13, 14. I went and had a great season. Finished third behind Wolves and Brentford, and they've gone on to clubs that have really established in the Premier League again.
Again, Penybont attacked and ran it out for a goal kick a couple of seconds ago. And it was Bluebirds very quickly back on the ball. Kyle Kenford's having a great game in the middle. He's just been fouled. As the Bont Bank, the infamous Bont Bank, has kicked into full voice. I think they're probably doing it to warm themselves up because it has turned quite chilly in the last few minutes, I think. Says he in shorts. Trousers will be on at half time. Good possession. Alaric to Woodhouse, over to Yori Humphreys on the far side. A bit of intel is coming in on the chat from Mr. Robert Nisbet. He would have been another man I would have identified to be aware of the brothers. The two Allchurch brothers, Sid and Arthur, played for the Blues in the early 50s, with the two most celebrated, the ex-international younger brothers, Ivor and Len, playing for us in the 1960s and 70s. Oh, so 60 odd years ago.
Six of brothers, not in the same team though. I think that's what we're trying to drill down to. Good to see some number of brothers, but yeah, I'd be amazed if there were two from the same team starting 11.
Again, boys doing really well with the ball at feet tonight, just passing it about on the artificial surface here. Good bravery and confidence on the ball, just switching play back and forward the minute. Alaric back to Ivan. A little bit of pressure from Kroll.
What's good to note as well, there's only two of that starting 11 that are not from Pembrokeshire.
Oh, it's a big chance for Kroll, 4 yards out, but it's saved by Ivan Knott with his feet. I think it was Kroll. It's the 14, actually, I think. It can't be the 14. The 14 isn't starting. Can't see. He's got his face to us at the moment. It's too far away to see what it was, but pinched possession over on the far side, right across goal. It was pretty much a tap in, and Ivan Knott's done really, really well to keep that out and keep it scoreless here. Corner to come. In swinging on the right foot, round the back, headed clear by Seth. Gives it Harry John even, left foot is put into touch. Got some good tacticians in the crowd from the Bluebird contingent tonight who are giving their opinions nice and loud here. Throw in, back in play then, won by Alaric on his right foot. Forward to force it. Dan John almost pinches it in. Dan's been on a really good run of his own with the development squad. I think he's picked up a goal in almost every game. Boys starting off where they left last year. Kerry Phillips in charge this season. Looking across the Nathaniel MG Cup season. Goalless in all but 2 fixtures. Cardiff Met won, Goitre United won after just 19 minutes. And Tre Thomas at home are behind Tabari Town 1-0 as well. Keenan Patton with that one. And I think for Goitre United, notable striker for them at the moment, Keane Watts in the Cymru South. He's on about 10 goals already. He scored again for Goitre tonight. I think he'll be on the radar for a few clubs come January. Again, good little spell of possession, yeah.
That's the Cymru South goals. I think there tends to be a lot of the same faces scoring lots of goals in the league. You kind of wonder why some of these have not quite made the step up, but I think it just shows the gulf between Cymru Sanford and Cymru Prem. It's since I've been in it anyway, there's been a huge difference. When teams come up, there's very few that really compete at the upper ends of the league.
Yeah, it does take a long time, and I think coming up and staying up is a challenge. Penybont giving the ball away, force it. Oh, 35 yards out, let rip. It was comfortably over the bar, a couple of feet over the bar. Mike Lewis didn't seem that bothered, but I would have really tested him if that was on target. Yeah, you're right. You look over the last 5 or 6 years, really. Obviously, ourselves, we came up and initially really struggled with that relegation battle for a couple of years. Penybont, the same. I think they only came up a year or two before us. Have really taken their time to establish. Obviously, now competing right up the other end, but it does take time. Brigua for the home team. Surely, looking to get ahead. Has fouled Dan John. Iori Humphreys has come in to stick up for his team out there with a little shove on Brigua. Linesman gave it nice and early. So, free kick, as you can see on the screen, to the left-hand side of the pitch. Alaric Jones goes back to his keeper. And it's out along the floor. Nice pass by Ivan. All the way out to Jacob Owen on the right-hand side now. To his brother Luke. Bounces it back to him. And it's coming across to Ivan. Well outside his box at the moment. To Alaric. Again.
21 of Penybont is very reminiscent of our heavily taped, flowing locked Oscar Ball, I'd say. Is
Oscar Ball
there for look-alike of the year, say.
Yeah, like you say, less, slightly less kinesiology tape. Great turn, Dan John. Attack underway. Oh, he just sort of ran into trouble there. It was a nice little turn to get away from his marker in first place. Ball cleared and won by Jacob Owen. Kenneford not fouled, apparently, to the referee. Ball played forward. Safe in the hands of Ivan Knott. Very quick to nullify any attack. Obviously, the biggest chance going to the home side, but other than that, very few and far between the chances. Still no other goals across the leagues. Hopefully, we can tell you about a few here tonight. Again, there's a slightly eerie quiet across the SDM Glass Stadium tonight. It's normally a lot louder, but like you say, perhaps a little bit less pressure on the teams. Not being a league game. It's Lewis now with the ball in his hands. Most of the players heading top left of his view. Punted, it's a big old kick that, to be fair. Well into our half. Hits the ref. Ref's got a blow there. Going to be a free kick. Yeah, bounce ball given to Penybont straight away. And out on this side with one of only 2 players who've kept their shirts. Ludvigsen even, the number 2. Signed recently from Spain City. Again, Fruber's looking to pinch that ball back as soon as he can. Headed clear, Harry John. Back with Penybont. Attack. Switch out to the left-hand side. I thought he was going to shoot there. 45 yards. Great feat, Kenneford. Forward straight away to the post. Only Dan John ahead. He's in behind, but he's wide. He's going to go for a goal kick. I think as well to get a half across on it. Again, Penybont can't quite clear the lines there. Jacob Owen turns his defender well. Just looking to be patient and build up from the back here again. Fawcett and Jones bounce balls, and then it goes back to Ivan Knott. Be very patient. Harrington well to come away with that there. And a good game so far. Mentioned we were going up to Haverfordwest on Friday, Rob. I believe you won't be there, but you'll be celebrating a big birthday.
I will, a big 4-0. Hopefully, a goal to celebrate every year of my birth. So no, got to miss the game. Don't get to see too many these days, but I'll be watching, hope for a little birthday treat courtesy of Mr. Pennant.
Yeah, fingers crossed for you. Don't look a day over 21. Yeah, like we spoke earlier, Park Avenue is a tricky place to play. They are home to Llandudno. They could be away to Llandudno tonight, actually, Aberystwyth. Yeah, they are home. Yeah, they're only 9 minutes into their game, so we keep an eye on that one. Be interesting to see. Looking at their lineup, it's a bit of a mixed one for Aberystwyth. They haven't rested as many as I thought they would, so they got half an eye on the Nathaniel MG Cup and a place in the quarterfinals. I thought they might have run more changes tonight.
It's a game they could win, and obviously, winning brings confidence. I think it matters what competition. So I think maybe they're using that as a potential springboard to get a bit of confidence in the tank ahead of the tough test of the Bluebirds up there on Friday.
Quite right. Yeah. Oh, Penybont give it away on the edge of their own box. Dan John, left-footed. Oh, hits the post. Great strike from the edge of the box there from Dan John on his left foot. It was Luke Owen, sorry. It was, yeah, Luke Owen. Received it off Fawcett on the edge of the box. Keeper was nowhere near that one.
I think strike. It looked like it was going to hit the inside there, then go back in from the angle. Yeah, unfortunately, just away. Good chance for both teams now.
Penybont clear. Alaric Jones with the throw. I think he's having a little bit of ex-teammate advice in front of us here with, I think it's Emlyn Lewis, who's no longer in the Cymru Premier. He's with Western Supermate in the Southern National South, is it?
Yes, National League South, yeah. He started okay there. I think he scored a couple of goals and he's a threat. Yeah.
And I think he's chatting to former league secretary or general manager, even Gwyn Derfel as well. So a few old faces around the ground here tonight. Penybont themselves have got TNS on Friday night. So again, they'll have one eye, like ourselves, on the league still. Be a good game, that one. Not with a free kick. It's huge, to be fair. It's gone straight out for a goal kick. Fawcett just missed his toe from keeping it in, but big kick from Not there. Mike Lewis then taking his time with his goal kick. It looks like one of the referees, Mike, in the same kit tonight. Coming up to the 30-minute mark then. Still 0-0. No sign of any Penybont players. Well, there is two over there. Take it back. So both teams got a number of substitutes warming up just in case. Again, Penybont are very calm on the ball at the back, and I think the high pressing almost pinched their pockets as they come away. That's a good foul there by all the boys have got this hairstyle. It's hard to tell from this far away. That I'm surprised it wasn't a yellow card, to be honest. He's stopped at a counter attack. This is where Penybont are so normally so dangerous. Obviously with Kano in off the pitch, perhaps not so much tonight, but certain hearts are in mouths now. They're on the attack. They've taken a short step. Harry John almost wins it. Oh, big chance. Fell to the penalty. The cross fell onto the penalty spot, and it's over the bar. From Kirkhoff, I think it is.
It looked dangerous getting the ball across goal. Both their chances now coming from that same area.
Yeah. No, it was 17. It was Jasper Jones centre midfielder. Don't know much about him, if I'm honest. He's a well-hit strike, but comfortably over the bar. Oh, Ivan almost puts it to touch, but Alaric saves it. Forward. Good pressure again. Kyle Kenford, Dan John. Boys doing well. Blue throw on the halfway line in front of us then.
Used to midfield free, but they're making a good impact in the game.
Yeah, agreed. What do you think Tony be thinking at the moment, Rob?
He'd be happy. We're not obviously a couple of chances, probably a bit too easy out wide to get the ball in the box, of which they've not capitalised. But I think create some problems of our own. Look neat and tidy. It's a good, enjoyable game. To be honest, two young teams playing the right way.
Yeah. It's always interesting when he sat down for long periods of time there and not on the edge of his technical area.
I think both teams have got some decent experience on the bench. I think the first goal will dictate how many of those players we'll see, but both will be relatively happy so far. Obviously, Reece probably would have liked one of those chances to have gone in. Probably should have, or a great save from Nathan. Unlucky ourselves, but some players on there that can certainly up the levels a little bit on both benches.
Yeah, agreed. Half a chance, I would say, in attack. The ball ricocheted through, and I think it was Yori Humphreys who crossed, but straight into the keeper's hands. It's now going to be a throw-in over on the far side. Been a number of sliced clearances in the half an hour that we've played. So again, one of those deep crosses from deep throw-ins from Woody Wiss incoming. Throws the ball really high to be fit him. Ref's not happy. He's stopping a bit of look like WWE in the middle there. Luke DeBorn and Kroll getting called over to the ref. The waft of the burgers and the hot dogs has just made its way over to us here. It's smelling good, to be fair, to the staff in the burger barn. Headed clear well by Fawcett at the front post. I'm trying to see what... it must be Luke Owen, I think. Luke and Seth look pretty similar from at a distance, but yeah, it was Seth who's physically done well to hold off a Penybont winger there. Out for our throw. In it comes. Again, Luke Owen having a great game in the middle alongside Kenneford and Harry John. But Penybont come away then. Ludvigsen. He's travelled 20-30 yards here. Bregua has to cut back inside. Forward. Back to Ludvigsen. It's a nicely threaded ball, but Ivan does well to stop it going for a corner. Half a chance at a counter-attack, but Kroll is blocking the keeper. Got to have a word there, ref, surely. Has to roll it. It's Seth on the ball then, coming forward. Stops and goes backwards. Alaric getting his head up. He's had a couple of good opportunities to play a long ball, Alaric, tonight, but he's yet again gone sideways. Again, back to Alaric. Just looking for that movement up front. Dan John hasn't stopped running up there, to be fair to him. Almost Yori's past it. 36 gone, you know. Still 0-0. Looking across the leagues, there has been a couple of goals. Cardiff Met now 3-1 up at home to Goitre United. And Caernarfon have pinched one. Adam Davis is Connor's key nomads.
Slump at the moment, Connor's key. I think they've lost all 3 of their home games without scoring a goal. It's strange. I know there's been a bit of an upheaval there in terms of a few players leaving and not being replaced, but you kind of expect them to have still fared better than they have.
Yeah, agreed. It's that infamous curse of European football perhaps coming to haunt them this year. As you can probably say the same from Carnarvon, who are probably hoping for a better start.
I mean, both teams on the pitch now had that same impact last season, so it's a real thing.
Definitely. You know, when I've spoken to many people about it over the last few months, you think the playoffs, Penybont had an extra 5.5 weeks onto their season. You know, and they didn't even get to Europe. Obviously lost in the playoff final. So 5.5 weeks extra and less break is going to come into play. So I'm surprised how well Penybont have started their season, but obviously Nomads and Carnarvon, you know, they had an extra 6 to 8 weeks on top of what Penybont did. So it takes
at the time of the playoffs. I mean, we experienced it as well. I mean, going on for an extra 2-3 weeks to start the playoffs beyond the end of the season. I think they want teams to compete in Europe. Surely every week is vital at that stage, and obviously now we're going to have an extended playoff period with 6 teams. So hopefully they take that into account in terms of trying to get them. Obviously, don't overplay, but hopefully they can coordinate a bit better and give teams a bit more rest and more preparation for Europe. So how important it is that they compete and keep our coefficient strong.
Definitely, it's in a good place at the moment. The coefficient, fingers crossed. I think most people will be on TNS's side now over the next few weeks and months as they play their 6 fixtures in the Conference League proper. Having got through, great chest by Dan John to control it. Slightly wasteful through ball and for Fawcett, and Penybont have pinched it back again. As you can tell, we're chatting rather than commentating because there hasn't been a great amount of play of note in the last few minutes. That's probably the biggest chance. Coming up to the 39th minute now, and it's I think both sides could easily have been in front at the break. Luke Owen hitting the post, and Joseph Jones putting 2 over the bar. It was Kroll, wasn't it, who Ivan Knott saved from. Half a chance is going to be dealt with really well by Alaric Jones. He's just put Yori in on the left. Oh, heavily cleared by Pritchard. Could have easily gone through somebody's cup of tea in the crowd that time. It's hit the top of the stand. Back underway already, though. It's been a standout in the first half, Rob.
Yeah, I think Kenneth had started really well. He's sort of bypassed him a little bit of late, but I think the midfield 3 have all looked really good. Luke Owen very tenacious. I mean, I think Kenneth's 3 starters looked really neat, tidy on the ball and broke up play quite nicely. The 2 strikers running and giving the defenders some problems, working extremely hard. So hopefully they'll get their reward for the course of this game.
Yeah, I think the GPS of Fawcett and Dan John in particular are going to be impressive tonight. They've not stopped. Interesting, I think Yori and Jacob keep switching at wing backs as well. That's what's throwing me. Yeah, Kenneford, I'll agree with, has probably been a standout for us, but I think Luke Owen, on his first start for the first team in over 12 months, has been really impressive. And again, it's not as if he's
playing just ahead of the holding two as well. So he's playing in maybe a 10 position possibly.
Yeah, it's almost he's alongside Harry John. They've been rotating perhaps. But yeah, agreed. He looks pretty confident on the ball, and without it, he's in the right place. And he's up against a first team Penybont player there. It's not as if it's a fellow development player coming through at the same time. .41 on the clock. Again, it's has been the case for a number of years in the Nathaniel MG Cup. If it does end all square by the end of 90 minutes, it's straight to penalties tonight, Rob.
Yeah, no bit of excitement. We're not bad at those.
We're not bad, but we lost the last one in the Welsh Cup. That was at home to Cardiff Met last year. I think we beat Baglin in the round before on penalties, and then lost out to Cardiff Met, who they owed us one, to be fair. And if we're going to lose the penalty shooter against them, I'd rather lose the Welsh Cup than that infamous semi-final back in May 23. I remember in this cup, actually, the League Cup, must be 8-9 years ago now, we played Bridgend Street at this ground. It had to be a neutral ground. It must have been the semi-final, I think, of when we were in the Cymru South. It was the League Cup. And Bridgend Street were the league below, and we're full of experienced campaigners, Paul Fowler in particular, ex-Carmarthen Town. And I think the game ended 3-3, and we lost on penalties. And, yeah, that started a bad run of results at Penybont over the years.
I don't think I've ever got a positive result here. I think in the time that I've been here, I don't think we've drawn a game. A couple of playoff deciding games, both ended in Penybont's favour. Started our season obviously after our European campaign. I think we lost 2-0. So yeah, it's not a happy ground for me, to be honest. I enjoying this evening, but
yeah. I think it's once. I remember Ashley Bevan scored from about 30 yards years and years ago, and that was when both teams were in the Cymru South, though. So that's the only time I think I've won here. Ashley Bevan of formerly of Hakin United. I think he's hung his boots up these days. Coming up just about 90 seconds of normal time in this first half. Still 0-0. Gone off the boil a little bit in the last couple of minutes. Not much to report at all. Chance though, Penybont into the box is safely caught by Ivan Knott. Always one of those slight chance of it going over him, but he jumped and collected well in the air. Again, Keniford does well to try and pinch possession back. Haverfordwest throw.
It's Kroll again, standing in front of Ivan as he's trying to release the ball. I mean, it's clear obstruction, but the referee's not interested.
Again, Kenford tries to get that one. He comes off second best that time. Throw in the Penybont then as we enter the 45th minute. Be ideal. I think both teams just want to go in with a clean sheet here, but again, that throw is so high. Alaric on the bottom of it. Force it inside our own half. Back to goal. Does well to come away with it. Just plays a safe one to Alaric. Chance for teammates to push forward. Was inside to DeBorn. Positive. Going in the right direction here. So both teams will fancy a clean sheet. It'd be great if we could pinch one now. Keniford inside the centre circle. It won't be many added minutes, I don't think. I can't remember many, if any. Well, having said that,
there we go.
The 45 minutes on the dot is the half-time whistle. It's 0-0 here at the SDM Glass Stadium then, and we'll return just under 15 minutes for the second half on the Bluebird's Nest live. So thanks for joining us for now, and we'll see you in 15. Croeso nôl. Welcome back to SDM Glass Stadium, where it is Penybont 0, Haverfordwest County 0. Almost time for the second half. So we'll just go over the teams again. Ivan Knott in goal for the Bluebirds tonight. Ben Fawcett, Alaric Jones, Kyle Kenneford, Daniel John, Jacob Owen, Yori Humphreys, Luke Tabone, Seth Woodhouse, Luke Owen, and Captain Harry John has just led his troops out back onto the pitch. Again, I think all the subs remained on the pitch during the first half interval. So I don't think there's going to be any changes just yet. But the bench for the Bluebirds anyway, Zach Jones, Dylan Rees, great to see him today on his birthday in two, Kyle McCarthy, Fletcher Picton, and Ben Amoon. Joined on the Nest Live coverage this evening with the chairman of Haverfordwest County, Mr. Rob Edwards. Welcome back, Rob.
And again, good possession football.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Blues are from left to right in front of us the second half, so attacking the dugout, the clubhouse, I should say. Scorio cameras not in attendance tonight for the Nathaniel MG Cup, so there's going to be no highlights officially on the Twitter and social media feeds of Scorio this evening, but hopefully we can tell you all about all the goals that happen in that net during the second half. As I said, late on in the first half, already got an eye on if it ends up a draw, it is settled tonight. Straight to penalties, no extra time in this cup. We're almost back underway, and as you can see, the statistic panel on our screen, I'm hoping it's going to work much better this second half. It was a bit of a pilot, but we've sorted our problems, and we're back underway. Jacob Owen down the right-hand side. Again, there's a sliced clearance. About 4 or 5 already tonight. Throw to Penybont then, over on the far side. Kyle Kenneford, as he did in the first half, has picked his pocket, played it through to Fawcett. Ooh, good last-ditch tackle. He was through on goal if the tackle hadn't have made connection there. It's a throw in then. Jacob Owen has crossed the field of play to go and get on the end of this one. I think he only had one real attacking threat of a throw in the first half, so good start here. Good distance on the throw, well into the box. Quite a wide pitch here, but Harry John almost got on the end of it, but Penybont break through ball. Coming forward. Blues are going to get back here. Harry John does the full turnaround, but it's only as far as Ludvigsen. And Alaric reads the pass well. The diagonal one, that's going to be too far. Mike Lewis punts high into the night sky. That is proper old school football. Good crowd here tonight, Rob, considering rotation.
You're probably looking at maybe, 300, 250?
450 in there.
Not sure about that, but all played if so. But probably 100 come dressed as seats, maybe. But yeah, good effort nonetheless. Certainly feels a Cymru League attendance. So nice to see so many come out. Yeah. The younger lads.
Again, I think Tony Perrick's enjoying this evening's football. He's been sitting down, observing, making notes over on the far side in the technical area. No doubt reissued the strategy in the change rooms on the half. Fawcett, great work from him, 30 yards out from goal.
I'm not sure there's many better players in this league with his back to goal, to be honest. I think he does hold the ball up really, really well.
Yeah, he's going to love that comment, Rob. Almost out. It's a great through ball again. Forces on the end of it. 30 yards out. Chance to shoot over the bar. 2 shots for Forces tonight, both over the bar. He was on his left foot, and he was under pressure. I will say that, but it's been a lively one.
I've been hard to foresee in the past, so give him that one.
I said I called him the architect on the weekend. There was a couple of passages of play that he did really well to create the chances, and yeah, his confidence is skyrocketing with the commentary highlights, I'm sure. Great header. Oh, Alaric Jones heads the goal kick almost as far as it came in. And he said that's normally Lee Jenkins on the end of that one, but given the night off, same with Corey Shepherd, Greg Walters, Zach Jones is on the bench. So again, a chance to freshen things up, ready for Friday, when those boys perhaps will come back into contention. However, I must say there's been a number of Bluebirds tonight who've taken this chance that they've been given. I think with the early success we've had in the league, it's been proven difficult to get in the starting 11. Good chance for Pens to bring the changes tonight, as Penybont themselves making 9 changes. Great work on the ball by Harry John. Spins himself into space. Gives it to Kenneford, out to Seth Woodhouse. First time ball, great area. Fawcett almost gets the better of a much taller centre half there. It's only the back as far as Kenneford. Alaric Jones, deep, cross. Seth Woodhouse to the back. Great effort. Seth, first time in the air, right-footed, straight at the keeper, Mike Lewis, who claims well, and then Seth's momentum takes it through the gate behind the goal there.
You had to buy a ticket to get back in at that point. I think he was that far through the gate.
Good spell of football there for Penybont on the rebound, but Seth played the forward. The flag is down, but just pinched. Penybont back with it. Fawcett would have been in then. Number of Penybont players rested, as I said. Mile Davis, Kane Owen in attendance in front of us here tonight, but not in their kit. A shove in the back there. Seth does well to come away with it again, but clearly fouled. Oh, and almost a 2-footer from Penybont there, but Harry comes away with it. Is foul in the middle. Kirkhoff. There's a couple of Penybont first teamers limping there.
And there's some off-field activities at the moment to get excited about. I think I see Neil Humphreys with the coffees and rolls. About time.
Where's his coat? That's what I'm wondering. It's gone pretty chilly in the stand in the second half. Fantastic hospitality. Mr. Neil Humphreys bringing us back a nice arm roll and a coffee, I think. It's a throw-in to Penybont over on the far side with about 6 or 7 yards from their corner flag. A cross came in and went directly out for a throw over on the far side. Neil, you're an absolute gem.
Those rumours are all true, all untrue. That Facebook group's all lies, what they say about you.
Thank you very much. Chance. Bluebirds have pinched it back, but Penybont come away again. Seth Woodhouse chasing hard. Great tackle, but Kyle again. He's doing really well. Thank you, Neil. Go on now. I will have a packet of crisps. Have you had one now yourself? Oh, thank you. Chance. Out of nothing. It's a goal to Penybont. Wow. It must have been 35 yards out the goal there. Penybont have taken the lead on 53 minutes. It's number 18, Owen Pritchard, left-footed, out of nothing. It just fell a tackle off, I think it was Kenneford again, ricochets, and he just rifled one. And to be fair, I don't think Knott could have got anywhere near that one. It was right in the top left corner. I think much to the amazement of everyone in the ground, that one.
Strike.
Yes, back underway again then. 1-0 to the home side. Straight on the front foot. Luke Owen finds Jacob, Yori over on the far side. Crosses, it's blocked, and then cleared by Penybont. The home side would have been happy there because they were under a fair bit of pressure. To Bonehead's home to or not. And they come away with it again. Harry is giving his opposing midfielder nightmares because he keeps spinning away from him. I'm on a great game tonight, Harry. There's been plenty of goals elsewhere, I'm seeing. Oh, Harry John, edge of the ball. Can't quite get his shot away. Still keeps possession well. Again, busy. Alaric, great cross. Force it. Oh, he's offside. Flag is up early. Great defending, to be fair, that stopped Forsyth at the end of that one. Alaric with a very whipped cross from the left-hand side. Yeah, I said.
Hopefully the goal will open the game up a little bit now as well. It's like certainly stepped it up since the goal.
Yeah, agree with that one. Said there's plenty of goals. Barrytown are 3-0 up away at Thomas, and I think the standout score at the moment, Cardiff Met are 6-1 up. I mentioned earlier how Goitre had taken the lead there after 4 minutes, but it's 6-1 to Cardiff Met. And in a big tie down in the old Leckwith Stadium, Cardiff International Stadium, I think it's called now. Cardiff City 1, Merthyr Town 0. So one of the invited clubs to the Nathaniel MG Cup this year will go out tonight, and it looks like it's going to be Merthyr at the moment. Connors Key have fought back and are now 2-2. A goal in the last minute of injury time at Connors Key got them all square at the break. TNS, 55 minutes in, are only 1-0 up against Abus. Abus who are flying in the Cymru North, I must say. So, do well.
Imagine a very young side there.
Yeah. Bala as well, 1-0 up at home to Hollywell. And in the other fixture, it's still half-time there. Aberystwyth with 1, Llandudno 1. Again, Llandudno, I think, are having an okay season in Cymru North as well. But a bumpy couple of years, Llandudno. Used to be a really good team in the Cymru Premier. There's another one of those bogey grounds that we never seem to pick up points at.
Very talented young manager there. There's Jordan Hadaway.
Yeah. Oh, as Forsyth has closed down a defender. He's at a tight angle, but he's got a chance to cross. Headed clear. Good defending, Penybont. Again, that man Kenneford, who's picking pockets. And again, great. Having a great game tonight, Kyle.
Certainly making a point today.
Yeah, it's a position of strength, I think, for us now, the centre midfield. Obviously, the addition of Greg Walters as well in the summer, who's been excellent. Jacob Owen plays a through ball. Forsyth could get on the end of this. Does. Chance to shoot. Oh, great save by Mike Lewis in the goal. Anywhere else than that was going in. Great chance for Forsyth there. Harry John has got a ball on a string every time he gets it tonight.
So good on the ball. He could, as they say, find space in a phone box of Pavarotti.
Luke Owen, 40 yards out. Does really well. Plays it square. Alaric, another really direct whip cross. You feel there's a bit of pressure mounting here. Bluebirds want to get back in this. They don't want to just let the game fall away from them. There's over half an hour to play a normal time as well. So strap yourselves in. 58 played. As you can see from the stats, it's been lot of good possession in the second half. Luke the ball and man through Kroll, but Penybont get the advantage. Bergua over on the far side, crosses. Woodhouse does well to just flick it clear. Kyle Kenneford coming away with it. Hooked forward. Dan John putting pressure on. Force it, picks it. Edge of the box again. It just falls onto his left foot. But chance. Yori Humphreys. No, Luke Owen actually.
Luke Owen, I think that is, yeah.
Yori crosses. Just headed over Harry John's head. Kroll, the 10 for Penybont. Looking quite tricky. The ex-Cardiff City youngster. Himself started really well in his, I think it was his debut against Britain Ferry on the Scorio cameras. Scored twice for Penybont in a 3-0 win, I think it was. Could have been 2-0 actually. Oh. Ball had gone for a goal kick, but he already headed it back across goal and hit the crossbar and gone out, but it had already gone. Ref has stopped play. I think he's going to come back and have a chat with Luke Tabone there. He did catch the player late. The ref waved advantage. No card though. Just the talking to. That's not a bad game tonight so far, Mr. Ben Williams. Yeah, really good comment from Martin Lewis on the Facebook comments. It is great to see such a good number of academy products or current development squad players playing tonight. Great experience for them, alongside a couple of the first team regulars. Dan John currently on the ball now. It's really impressed me tonight. He's just got into the box. Big appeals for penalty. Waved away. Probably was the right decision, but he's back on his feet and gives the ball to his brother, who is then tackled. Not a brothers, as we spoke about in the first half. Seth, great feet. He's shoved off the ball. Nothing given. So it's way to come away with it. The 11. Pritchard out to Bergua, over on the far side again. Looking for the cross. Defended well, Alaric Jones. He goes back. Ludvigsen, his cross is blocked by Yori Humphreys, but as we're speaking about academy products being a part of the first team tonight, Dan John almost gets us back in touch. First substitution coming up from the home side. Number 10, I think it is, James Kroll, going to be making way. And I think it's 23, Nathan Wood. Not a bad substitution, that. The former Football League striker Nathan Wood coming on for Kroll there. And I think I saw number 4, Kirkhoff, potentially going off. It looks like the 2 is going off. Ludvigsen, I think, has gone off there. But yeah, it is Wood coming on. And what number is that next player once he turns on? 14 is Johan Phillips. It looks like Johan Phillips is going up top, and Nathan Wood's going just perhaps in the 10 position just behind him. Like I said, I think it was the 2 going off. So it's a very attacking push from Rhys Griffiths. Another question in the chat: how are we doing? And I must say, it's been a pretty positive evening. It's a lot of changes for both teams. 9 for the home side. I think there was 7 for us, and the boys have really stood up to it and taken the opportunity. I don't think anybody has done badly at all, but we do trail 1-0. A really, really well taken goal out of nothing. I think we were busy talking about our coffees being delivered. That, again, similar to what it is now, it's cleared by Seth Woodhouse. It's just 2 half chances. A chance for Way to almost pull the trigger. Similar position to where the goal went in. Penybont just come away with it out the side, being quite patient. It was half a chance for them then, but Nathan Wood cleverly out to the right winger. crosses left-footed straight into Ivan Nott's hands from the header. Safe.
But the Penybont squad, I think over the last couple of years, they've been very successful in bringing players through and moving them into the Premier League. I think James Waite came from Cardiff. Obviously, Nathan Wood went to Newport over in Ireland. Kai, obviously, via us. He's gone into the Football League. And James Crow, I think, was an interesting one. I think he was highly rated at Cardiff. And a few loan spells didn't work out for him. And Penybont have taken the punt to sign him. And he started well. Looks a bit of a handful.
Yeah. It's a moment here now that I've been looking forward to for a long, long time. The return of club captain Dylan Rees on the 64-minute mark here. So Dylan Rees returning to the field of play is on for Jacob Owen. And I think it's Ben Amoun who's come on in attack for Seth Woodhouse, I think. So Ben Amoun forward. I think Tony Pennock somewhat rolling the dice here in a bit of an attacking move. Yeah, it's Dan John who's dropped back from a striker's position with Ben Fawcett. So Dan John goes back to right wing back instead of Jacob Owen, and it's Dylan then who will sit the right side of Luke Tabone at centre half. The legend returns in the chat. Yeah, very much agrees. It's always unsurprising, really, when players give their thoughts on their captain, how much of an impact and an influence it is, as James Way fouls Dan John. So first few touches for birthday boy and captain Dylan Rees. Forward straight away to Ben Fawcett. Almost had a chance to get in. Dan John, chance to shoot. Oh, what a save. Great save by the keeper. Dan John almost bringing us level. Good turn, Nathan Wood. Experienced turn there to Vaughan. Excellent to come across and cut the attack out. And it's back safely with Ivan Nott. Excellent play. Dylan Rees' first touch on the ball. Gives it to Forsey in a great area and feeds Dan John, but it's a save with the. He gives his right foot down low. Mike Lewis got on the end of that one.
Hell of a miss has been.
Yeah.
Well, off the pitch. It's been about 15 months, I think, since he had the injury at Larden.
He briefly made a cameo up at Merthyr Town in the summer. I think he was on the pitch for about 8 minutes and just didn't feel comfortable. It was a slightly tweaked groin at the time, I think. But he assures me he's back.
30 minutes
stronger.
for development as well. At one point, I think it was about 30. Played a spell for development, and again, just don't want to rush him back. He's so important to the team on and off the pitch. Need to make sure he's right.
Yeah, definitely. Touch wood, fingers crossed he comes through unscathed here. Penybont enjoying a couple of minutes of good football in possession here. I think Nathan Wood's made a big difference to the Penybont attack. Could see why he's played Football League. Penybont have let it go up for a goal kick there, mind. So Ivan, he's going to have a chance to clear the lines.
Penybont will probably get an even better player back than the one that left with the experience he would have got playing full time.
Yeah,
done maybe 2 years now. I think he's had a good spell away.
Yeah, I think he had a loan spell over in Ireland at some point as well.
Shelbourne, I think he was. Maybe.
A 1-2 almost coming off for Yori and Ben Fawcett there. Penybont they look a different animal all of a sudden. They get the ball so quickly forward. But Ben Fawcett, there was a bit of ping pong going on here because another long ball almost put Fawcett clear.
I don't feel a breeze, but it seems to be holding up in the air a little bit as the ball goes over the top.
There was certainly a breeze in Flint on the weekend. Very strong wind that assisted with the home side for their goal. I felt the keeper in the second half wasn't with the wind, so it was holding up nicely and it helped on the artificial pitch. Great feat by Ben Amoon this time. Gets Luke Owen away. Oh, fantastic. Oh, almost slots force it through. Again, Luke's impressed me tonight. Alaric, great forward ball. It's just a bit too much. Again, for Ben Forsey to get onto.
Got that in the locker, Alaric. He's got a wand of a left foot when he whips that ball in with power.
Yeah, very much agrees. Been impressive tonight, Al. Mike Lewis beginning to use his experience and slowing play down as he so often does in times like this. I remember the last time he did this, it backfired when Super Ricky Watts scored those 2 late goals at Jenner Park last year. I remember on commentary he was really frustrating me. Julian joined me that night, and I was saying how Mike Lewis was the old housery. Ivan must have been out of his box then. He came a long way to... I thought he was going to pick it up, but had to clear on his left foot. One thing I will say with Ivan, he's very good communicator at the back.
I think those games, I don't know if it was 40 or 50 games maybe played in the Cymru South. I think that would have done the world of good, really. He's looks a strong lad, but yeah, very confident. Playing the Cymru South and very direct football would have been a hell of a lot there about the all-round.
Definitely. Dan John over on the right-hand side. He's got a good chance here. Squares it. Shot off. Oh, straight into the keeper's hand. Luke Owen again with another shot on target this evening. Just sort of bobbled up in front of him. Didn't quite catch hold of that one. But again, come back to Martin's point. You've got Dan John taking on a Penybont backline and then squeeze it to another academy product, Luke Owen.
Been very good, Dan. Very direct when he's on the ball, gets his head down. He's quite strong.
Yeah,
and I've always known him as a striker throughout the academy years and development. But looking very much at home.
I think you hear from the boys that Dan enjoys his time in the gym and it's paying off as well. But like you say, he's still got that turn of pace. Again, both teams just having a couple of minutes spells each. Taking it in turns at the moment. Alaric Jones plays a quick throw in forward. Oh, again, I find myself seeing Fawcett almost get on the end of it. He's lost it for a throw in over on the far side now. Just gone into the 71st minute here, so it's 19 of normal play, and there's going to be another substitution here. I think it's Fletcher Picton who's coming on. Yeah, Ben Fawcett making way. I think his legs are going to be saved for Aberystwyth perhaps later on this week. So yet another appearance for Fletcher Picton up top. Scored an absolute bag full of goals last year, Rob.
I think he scored a goal a game. I think he scored over in the early 20s. He's a big strong boy. He knows what the goal is. The goal's the same size whether you're in development or the first team. So I think given chances, he'll certainly gets a goal or two. Ben worked really hard. I think he can't fault his effort again. So yeah, Friday in mind.
Yeah. Unfortunately, his first touch is a handball. It was a flick from Ben Amoon that came down to Fletcher, and it was at a tricky height, and ref deemed it handball. There was big appeals from the players. Coaching staff, Rob Thomas, Gary Richards and Tony Bannock all now stood up. Right, deep in conversation there. Can see notepads and conversations ongoing. I think there's another bib coming off for the Bluebirds, but Penybont next to make a substitution. It's number 20, Peter Coe, going off. Centre midfielder, and I think that's Clayton Green who's just come on. Experienced centre midfielder, and obviously Wales C captain in the last time out against England. Not a bad substitution to be bringing on that to close the game off with 18 to go. Mike Lewis's booming goal kick, again headed clear by the Bluebirds defence. Ball hasn't come down since, I don't think. It's been headed back and forth. Breaks for Dan John, cleverly back to Dylan Rees. Chance to play forward. Put in a great area, just challenging the defenders. Amoun almost gets lucky. Clayton Green and Dan John. Tassel, great to see that. Yeah, another substitution incoming. It's Dan John who's making way. And number 17 is Kyle McCarthy who's coming on. Yori Humphreys now then switching to the right wing back position. And I'd say that would mean Kyle McCarthy left wing back over on the far side then.
Yeah, looks like it.
Just trying to match up the numbers for experience and youth for both sides, I think, Pennock. Great header, Dylan. He's had 3-4 touches of the ball and they've all shown his quality straight away. Again, almost 15 of normal time. We trail 1-0. And as you can see there, fascinating looking at the stats on screen about, I think, obviously, barring the goal, obviously that's the most important statistic, but bar the goal, I think we've probably been the better team over the course of the 75 played. But, as I said, only one stat that counts, really. Harry John has just picked the pocket of Nathan Wood there. And it's Green with the ball in his hands again. It's back underway from the touchline. 1-2 with Harlan, who must have come on. Kenneford out to McCarthy for his first touches. Tabone spins. He's under pressure, but finds Dylan Rees. Fletcher's making a great run down the channel. Well played, Fletcher Picton. Puts him under pressure, wins the throw in. I don't think Yori's quite got the distance that Jacob Owen has, but it's Yori with it. Yeah, I wonder if Dylan comes through this unscathed, whether he'll be in Aberystwyth this weekend. Oh, Dylan's done well there on his left foot to get across. Back up for a throw. What do you think, Rob? Would you get Dylan straight back in the squad on Friday night?
He's been so keen to come back and had a few setbacks. I think 30 minutes here will certainly give Mr. Pennock something to think about. But yeah, good to see him back out there, and we know now we've got our skipper back for the rest of the season. It's a massive miss last year.
Oh, Luke Owen again has done so well.
Been really impressive. He's very, very tenacious, but very good on the ball as well. But doesn't take no for an answer in the midfield.
Yeah, Luke obviously joined us on our trip to the Faroe Islands as one of the youngsters who had the experience. Didn't get any game time in Europe, but again, that's going to live with him for as long as he plays football. But I think his brother coming to the club has almost, for now, overtaken him in the pecking order. I know there's quite a rivalry between the two of them, friendly rivalry, but a banter about who gets the most game time and that. But Luke has certainly done himself every bit of good play tonight. As Harry John finds Kyle McCarthy over on the left now, I think that natural left foot is going to be really beneficial in the final 15 minutes here. Back with Dylan. Diagonal is going to find Amoun's head here. It's just cleverly kept out of Ben's feet, and it goes back to Mike Lewis in goal, who rolls it out, I think, for the first time all night. He's pumped everything long, and he's just gone short now. Straight into touch, though. think that's the 3 allowed substitution breaks for the Bluebirds already taken. All 4 outfield players have come on, so it's only Zach in unused this evening. I'd absolutely love to pinch a goal in now to really make a game of the last few minutes and maybe get us to penalties. Throw in infield, Alaric Jones to Luke Owen. Does well to turn. Big appeals for handball, waved away. Dillon on the right-hand side, out to Yori Humphreys. Chance to cross. Forward, great ball. Kenneford, edge of the penalty area. Wins a corner. Do you think, Rob, would you fancy to get on the end of this corner now?
With the absence of Mr. Jenkins, I think we're looking at 6'4" Luke Tabone to have a say in what goes on. Ben Armoon, obviously not small. Take anyone at this moment.
I was just about to say Dillon, but he's Dillon. You can see the experience. He's like a clever cat there, just trying to sneak his way into contention to receive a short corner, but he's still in a lot of space. I fancy a short ball to Dillon, yeah. Perhaps get a better angle to deliver at. But yeah, remember Yori scoring a late goal at that end on one of his early appearances for the club. Had a good game, Yori. Be great to see him get on the end of it. Cross comes in then, left-footed low. Gone through everybody. Flicked out of the box, back to Harry John. 25 yards out. Has to turn. I think he's going to go all the way back to Ivan. Probably the right option. Ivan a chance to take a look upfield. Great kick off the deck from Ivan. Forward, Tabone nearly wins it. But Penybont have won it back. Deflected and out for a throw-in on the halfway line. Chance gone. 80th minute on the clock. 10 plus added. There won't be many. 1, maybe 2.
For the last 10-15 minutes, I think we're certainly the only team that look like getting a goal.
Just for a bit of excitement, it'd be great to get one. It's off the back of 2 1-0 losses. You know, good games without scoring. It would have been great to get a couple tonight, but obviously not easy against a really informed Penybont team. Fletcher Picton, lucky not to get penalised there for a little bit late on Clayton Green. Love his bravery there against a physical Clayton Green.
I think he's done a lot worse in his career, I'm sure, than a slightly late challenge. Not much in it for me. He needs to grow up a little bit now, I think.
Mike Lewis, 70 yards, all the way to Tabone. Turns. McCarthy on the left. Has to go back to Alaric. And it's out the other side. Yori looking for this touchline and space to receive it off Dillon. Dillon. Oh, ref. He's silly now, ref. There's a Dillon. Perhaps his touch got away from him. He's going to pick up a yellow card. The touch got away with him, so he had to go to ground to pass the ball. Ware's complaining, but I think nothing more than a yellow at most there. Very soft. So Dillon back with a bang. For a second, I thought Mr. Williams in charge was going to be branching a different colour then, which would have been a crazy decision. It's happened right in front of us. We had a great view of it, and it was never a red. He's already back up on his feet. I think he was making the most of it. Free kick then. 35 yards out. Clayton Green's over it. Don't think. Yeah. 11. Lewis Way, I think it is. Who's hobbling a little bit.
A bit of ring rust there from the skipper, but he hasn't lost his appetite for a tackle, that's for sure.
Love to see it. Headed clear. I don't know why Clayton Green was taking that free kick, but he's played it forward. Nathan Wood dancing around, trying to beat as many players as he can, I think, but he ain't beating Carl Kenneford tonight. Big appeals for a foul on Kenneford. Penybont come away with it. It's just getting a bit tasty here.
A few pirouettes from Wood, got no time for that. Ended up exactly where he started.
Throw in to Penybont then. Again, just looking to slow things down here now, aren't they? 6 minutes plus injury time to play. Yeah, that's a well-used throw-in set-piece tactic, what Penybont just did. Great tackle, McCarthy. Certainly nothing friendly about this fixture. Goal kick then. Number of the Bont youth behind the goal, giving Ivan a bit of vocal encouragement there. Ivan kicks well, 70 yards down. Fletcher's flicked it on. Ben Amoun's shirt is completely in... Yori slightly wasteful there. Amoun does well to hold it up, squares it to Yori. It's in the air, and instead of perhaps bringing it down, Yori's headed towards goal, 20-odd yards out, and straight into the keeper's hands. I think he was probably trying to play somebody else in. Too much on it. Lewis punts clear, kind of straight through to Alaric. He takes to the skies. Forward. Great touch, Luke Owen. Superb. Plays out to Yori, just quite can't get on the end of that one. Throw in. 85 played. Clayton Green seems to be playing left back at the moment for the home side. Throws forward. Yori on the end of it. Heads back into play. Good, Yori. Up to clear. Harlan. And only to McCarthy. Oh, yes, finds Amoun. No. Toenail got on the end of that one to take it off Amoun's toes. Again, it's a little bit scrappy, the final few stages here. Neither team able to get a hold of it. Clayton Green takes to the skies, only finds Alaric to Dylan Rees, who in turn punts it clear as well. Good head on by Fletcher. It doesn't quite find Ben Amoun. It's just a little bit scrappy. And now Ivan can take control of things. Great kick. It's
into it now.
Table tennis football. 86 and a half gone. Can we find a late equaliser? It's deja vu. Always one goal in it when these clubs tend to play each other. On the back of several 1-0 losses, a 3-2 win. I think only that 2-0 that you mentioned earlier, Rob, is the only 2 clear goal advantage game I remember. Almost 12 months to the day, that one, I think. Up end of August, I think it was. One of the first Nest Lives that night, I think it was, and it was a dreadful night. Lashed down all night.
I think it was actually 2-0 in the first season. I think Matt Turner went off injured, I think, during that time. It was a 2-0 game. And that was for a top 6 spot in our first season back in the
That's right. Kenneford with a cross that's just gone over the keeper's bar there. A number of people beginning to head for the gates. Not expecting any late drama. I wouldn't go just yet. Still a couple of minutes here. Again, Mike Lewis, this is his first game of football, I think, for a number of weeks since he joined Penybont in the summer from Barrytown United. I think perhaps coming in to compete with Prezivic, I think, the Penybont number 1. We'll wait for Penybont to get it back underway, but who's your man of the match for the game, Rob?
I think I'll focus on our boys. I think we pick one of the midfield trio. I think I'll probably give it to Kenneford as a just a touch above the captain's head. I think Harry's really put himself about. But yeah, I think I'll give it to Cole.
Yeah, I must say I probably agree with that. Harry has had a good game with the armband, as has Luke Owen in the middle, but Kenneford, the pick of the bunch there. His defensive work in particular. He's got a lot of possession back, picked up a lot of second balls, and I think we'll have a starting berth in his sights soon, if not Friday. It's going to be a tough test up in Park Avenue. Always a scrappy game. Other than that standout 6-0 win, which was just everything went well and perfectly that night, but it's always a battle. Chance for a second here for Penybont is blocked for a corner. Great work by the substitute there, Johan Phillips. Dummied the first shot, found himself some space, but it was Dullan's back that the ball is ricocheted and out for a corner. They're not going to rush this one, I wouldn't have thought. With the 90th minute up, somehow there's been 5 minutes given by the fourth official.
You've got a few subs, I mean, not really much else going on, really, but we'll take it.
Yeah, 100%. Official fancy penalties as well. Nathan Wood yet again offering the trickery. Doesn't come off yet again.
He's here for a circus, Nathan. He's certainly trying to put on a bit of a show. Not really very effective.
Alaric Jones picked up a yellow just a short time ago for a late tackle. Has done well to give Ivan space to clear. It doesn't quite come off for Fletcher and Ben Amoun there, the 1-2. Is there one last chance? Mike Lewis. Fletcher just tried catching it first time. Doesn't quite come off. And it's Lewis Ware on this near side. Looking to go forward. Has to go back because Kyle Kenneford is there. Clayton Green pumps it long to Bourne and Phillips. Battle, but Dullan's the one to come away with it. Clayton Green again. Great touch, Dullan. Charged down, but great control there. Throw-in goes back to Knott. We're into the second of 5 added. Penybont dealing with everything at the moment. Again, Kenneford almost pinches it. Half a chance. Mike Lewis on the ball. Heavy touch, but does clear. You'll remember that goal that Mike Lewis was involved in, I'm sure. Has he got one of those in him tonight?
Quite the same weather and surface there, but love to see it.
Never know. McCarthy penalised on the far side. I don't think there was anything in that, but I've probably got a better view. Two and a half to go. I'm still trying to work out where those 5 minutes have come from. Obviously in our favour tonight, but I had a question where they are deemed to have come from. Number of substitutions, but physio hasn't moved for either team. Penybont pump it into the danger zone and lose possession. Humphreys has got it forward to Harry John. Probably the last chance then. Harry John's got Luke de Boer in the right wing position. Cuts back. It's won the free kick. Yeah, it's going to be a yellow card to Jasper Jones. I think he's pulled Harry back too many times and has given Dylan Rees a chance. About 45 yards from goal, a chance to clip one in. Does. It's deep. Oh, 4 players fall to the ground. Alric and de Boer appeal. Goal kick given. I wouldn't mind betting they tripped themselves up there. Of course, Mike Lewis is going to switch sides for his goal kick. 94th minute coming up. Just over 60 seconds to go then. Great header again by Alric. Finds Armoon's head. He's flicked inside. Half a chance. Fletcher Picton's. Oh, wins. No, he doesn't win a corner. I think that was last chance saloon there, Rob.
Yeah, I think we're 30 seconds left. just slight heavy touch there. Just took it away from him. Looked like it could have been a chance on his left foot there.
Would have been nice to take us to penalties, but I think that is going to be the last play of our Nathaniel Cup experience this year, the 3rd round exit, and I think it'll be Penybont to go on to a quarter final unless McCarthy can find Armoon. It's gone out for a goal kick. Of course it has. Just not to be tonight. So we will wait for Mike Lewis to get us back underway, but I'd have thought that's it. Looking at the stats again, it's been a positive night on the pitch, but just not getting the ball in the back of the net at the minute. Hopefully we can do it on Friday up at Park Avenue, where Bluebird's Nest Live will return. Rob, as I said, you'll be celebrating the big 4-0 on Friday. So from everyone at the club, massive happy birthday. Penblwydd hapus.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Have a good night, and hopefully it will be 3 points to make it all that extra special for you.
That's all I want.
I'm a bit bemused with the ref is finding all this time, to be fair, but
Didn't have a foul throw there.
Yes,
that's it.
That's it. There is the full-time whistle then. So, like I said, that sees us exit the Cup, the Nathaniel MG Cup. All focus now then onto the league and the Welsh Cup. This year is also given a European place, so not the end of the world. It would have been good to get a result on the road tonight, but we departed 1-0. Rob, thank you very much for your time and input on the Nest Live.
Pleasure.
Have a good night Friday, and we'll catch you all soon on the Bluebirds Nest Live. Over and out.